My fear is like that one day you'll be able to see how dirty my hair is on camera and you can see it today.
Not to be a bad friend, but it looks oily.
How often do you wash your hair?
Once a week, twice a week if I'm like crazy sweaty.
I'm a once a week also, and I feel like it's extra greasy this week.
I wonder what triggers hair grease. Do you know that?
That's a good question.
Like, I wonder if it's nutrition or stress or something, because my sister has extra greasy hair, but she's a thin-haired, greasy kind of girl, and not in a bad way. I'm not like trashing, but like her hair is like thinner.
My hair is ridiculously thin, and Ella has the same hair I do, and she's like washing it, every other day. And even like through high school, I was washing it every day because next day hair would be so greasy. But it took me like a while to break into that,
Is there something? Are you a dry shampoo girl? Are you baby powder? Like,
normally,
I think something to combat oil.
Yeah. But it's just, I can't even put my head down today because it looks so gross.
It's glistening. I will say that.
It's glistening. Yeah. I just got back from writing lessons, so I had a helmet on also. So I'm just like, I'm a hot mess for no reason today. And you're just.
And I'm a hot mess for lots of reasons. I'm a hot mess for a million reasons.
Yeah.
But other than that, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like it's been a good week. Archie started therapy dog training, which has been so cool. Like the coolest. We had session 5 today, which was so awesome. So we have 2 more weeks of it, and he's doing so good. It's unreal. Like, just to see the transformation of a dog's behavior is just unreal. But
my heart was full when you told me the reason behind the dog training.
I know. So we're going to, I don't know the logistics of anything yet. Like, I talked to my therapist about it this week. I'm eating chips also, so I'm afraid to crunch now. I need to stop eating while we're recording a podcast.
Okay, pause for a massive.
One moment.
I need you to swallow.
Following. So I talked to my therapist about it, and I just don't know like logistics or what it means or how to start or anything like that. But I know step 1 is getting him certified, but I am going to take him into hospitals and volunteer on like, I'm guessing it's like a GI floor, right? For like people who have ostomies or are in the hospital for gut issues. Like, I just want to be able to go into a hospital room where people are like at their most vulnerable and sad, and like their world is getting ready to fall apart, where they think their world is getting ready to fall apart, and be like, look, your world doesn't have to fall apart. And then also let Archie snuggle the heck out of them. You know what I mean?
How many years have you had your ostomy?
I had the first time I had it in 2017, and then like it was final, like a forever thing in 2018, February of 2018.
Do you mind if I just ask a couple questions? Because I think
I'm an open book.
I mean, I know the answer.
Yeah.
I've done a deep dive personally and physically into what the ostomy is, being a bestie. I'm like, I need to get right in there and look up and close. Like, what's happening in this whole brilliant medical thing that really like saved your life.
Fascinating, honestly. Yeah.
It's fascinating. And I don't know, because to be honest, I had no idea what the deal was before I met you. I had understood that people sometimes have a bag attached to their body that helps them, but that's as far as my knowledge went. Just because I didn't
prior to me getting it, I had no idea it even existed. Like, I didn't even know it was a thing. Like,
so what we're talking, like, what, 7 years ago?
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. This is like my 6th year, I think.
6th year. Okay. I knew it was like, I'm like, it's over 5, but like less than 10. You were feeling sick?
I was pooping a lot.
It was the poops.
But it was the poops, like,
but like
mullets on to talk about poop. Can we put mullets on to talk about? I think it'll make me more comfortable.
It'll make me more comfortable because to be honest, I poop a lot too, but let's dive deeper.
Let's have a conversation about this.
3, 2, mullet.
Oh, you got the elastic today.
I did. I brought everything so that the mullet fits perfectly. Looks good.
So it started in like, yeah, back to pooping. It started in like 2015 and I was just going to the bathroom a lot. And I remember my husband at the time was like, I don't know if you should be going this much. And I'm like, it's fine. It's just stress. It's whatever. And then I started to get like blood in it. And I was like,
red flag.
doctor, I don't think this is normal. I think I need an appointment. Right. And so they brought me in and it was like, maybe it's this and maybe it's that. And maybe you shouldn't eat this anymore. And maybe you should lower your, just like 100 different things. And no one really ever could pinpoint what it was. So I had a colonoscopy. Great experience, by the way. Have you ever had a colonoscopy?
No, but I know because I follow like some really cool kind of like new age health influencers online, and they all do like coffee enemas, and that this is the new rage to clean out parasites and for deep cleansing. And one thing that a lot of people talk about is getting a colonoscopy. And I'm just like, I don't know about that. But I mean, I'm open to it if it's going to clean out some sort of tapeworm that's living in my intestines. But so they just like buzz your butt, or
they buzz my butt. And I think it's like a camera up there, right? Because they took pictures inside.
Oh, that's not what I'm thinking of. There's no camera. I'm thinking about what's the thing where they just like
probe you? I don't know.
They clean out your intestines, and there's some natural holistic way to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody DM us. Okay, this is not what we're talking.
How do you clean out your colon?
Well, there's some sort of treatment that is like this.
No, yeah.
Like if there's coffee.
Well, I've seen the whole coffee enema thing because that chick we both follow kind of does that, and I'm just like, They
do it in their tub at home with a pipe up their bum, and they're pouring coffee water through the pipe. And
I don't care how holistic I am or not. Like, I can't imagine doing something like that to myself at home. Like, what if something goes wrong? What if you go too far? What if something comes out and you're like,
yeah, what is that?
That's not normal.
But I think you have some bum trauma.
Okay, fair enough.
And for me, I'm just like, I actually Googled on Amazon coffee enema tube kit because I was like, maybe I need to start doing this. I was completely influenced. I think there's some sort of holistic things to pumping your butt full of coffee. And I'm like, maybe I get more caffeine in my system. Maybe it takes out a worm and parasites are cleaned, and I'm here for all of that. But that's not what you had a camera up your butt.
A camera so that it took pictures. Yeah. And so of the inside of your colon. And that's how I was diagnosed, because it's supposed to be like a smooth colon. And like, it's supposed to, look like, I don't know, like the inside of your mouth, like smooth intestine. And
I feel like you were just about to show me something physically. Like
you're mine, like, he said, looked like ground beef on the inside. And I was like, so that's not normal.
Oh,
no, not normal.
Okay. So like at that
diagnosed
point,
with ulcerative colitis.
But at that point, like, did you go, I mean, we're not 7 years ago. I'm not Googling like I do this day and age in the internet. Like,
I had never heard of ulcerative colitis. Like, even like I had never heard of it. I was like, cool. I remember coming home because it was when I was like, I posted everything on Instagram and I was like, selfie in the mirror, just diagnosed with mild ulcerative colitis. Like,
no big deal.
Right. NBD, went to get my prescription filled, came home, took a picture in the mirror, like, and I just started taking this medication. But it was like a forever medication. He was like, you will be on this forever. And I'm like, wait, I don't really like the idea of that. So I did like everything I could to try to get it, wherever I could kind of maintain and not have to be on medication. And I did until the divorce, and shit just all hit the fan, literally. Literally shit was hitting the fan.
Literally and figuratively. And there's nothing like going through a massive health trauma and then you toss a good divorce in the mix.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, life, let's just toss it all in. Let's get a divorce.
How else do you want to just take me?
You know what else I would like? An affair in the mix. Let's do that. Hey, let's do multiple affairs. Great.
Yep.
Asshole.
You know what? Let's wipe the bank account. Perfect.
Asshole. Sorry. Now I'm bringing up my anger and trauma over your thing. So we wipe the bank accounts. We've got affairs. There's divorce. We're now taking medication. And then what?
And then.
Because you got really sick. Like
I got so sick. Like I was pencil thin. I couldn't
100
eat anything. I couldn't, like, my bathroom, like I had a little like half bath off of the living room, and I couldn't make it from the couch to the half bath without literally shitting my pants. Like literally, like I wore Depends for a good several months. I was wearing like adult Depends because I couldn't make it to my bathroom.
I did not know that detail.
Yeah. I shit my pants once in my grocery store and had to call my ex-husband and be like, I was crying and I ran and I was also sick. Like I, shuffled to the bathroom as fast as I could, called my ex-husband, and he had to bring me new like underwear and pants. That's how sick I was. I couldn't even leave my house at a certain point. And the acupuncture table story.
Bro, I know the acupuncture table story.
Yeah. Like,
go ahead.
To do acupuncture. I don't know if I even want to share it. I'm like getting triggered again. But like going to acupuncture to try to like heal all my stuff. And I don't know if you've ever done acupuncture, but they like,
oh yeah,
I told her like my whole life story, and she's like asking where all my, what my stresses are. And I had like permanent little acupuncture things in my ears, like where I went home and it was still in my ear. Like it was all over it, but I got so like it helped in certain ways probably, but as far as like healing everything, it didn't really obviously help anything. But I had like all the needles in me at one point, laying down, and she's like, here's your little button, if you need anything, like push the button. So you're just like laying there and needles sticking out on all 17 spots on your body. And I'm like feeling the urge to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, okay, I can hold it. I've only got, surely there's like 20 minutes left. Surely I can hold it. And I'm like, then emergency, like pushing the button, like pushing it like this, like, please come, please come, please come. And then I just accident on the table. Like it was the most embarrassing. I literally left that appointment crying, had to call my ex-husband. I was like, I need you to come get me. I need you to take me to the hospital. I can't do this anymore. And then I went in and they admitted me. And that's when I got my permanent ileostomy the day after Valentine's Day.
I mean, I shit my pants in Mexico, but that was because I ate like a bad lobster. So like I mean, I feel you. I
win.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
But I'm sure everybody, like, are we the only two that have like pooped in public somehow?
We can't be the only two that have pooped our pants.
I will tell you the worst story ever. And then I do have another ostomy question.
Okay.
Not to downplay, but
no. Tell me your poop. Make me feel better. Tell me your poop stories.
No, I'm going to tell you this poop story, and you're going to be shocked. A girlfriend of mine was dating a guy who she caught cheating, and she was so mad. She went and shit on his front door step. Like she went over and pooped on his front door.
Are you serious?
But I was totally like, chick, what?
But what is going through your brain to make you think that like
your poop on
pooping is the decision? What is that noise? Is that doing that to you too?
No, I don't hear.
Is there an audio thing? Maybe it's my headphones. I think my headphones are freaking out. Anyway.
No, I hear nothing, but
okay.
I don't know. Maybe you have tinnitus too. The buzzing ears. Let's add it to the list. Maybe you got
Raina's gone crazy.
Raina's melting down. We've totally triggered her in this conversation. Yeah. That's why I had to divert the subject and talk about you shitting in Mexico and my girlfriend who shit on a front doorstep. I don't know. DM us. Have you pooped your pants? What have you done?
My brain just never, like, through everything with my ex, I'm like, never once did I think, let me go shit on his. You know what I did do once? Not my fault, but I look back now thinking it was hilarious. Is I had an accident once in his truck while he was like driving, like I did, and he has like the seats that are like heated and cooled.
Yes.
So it has all the little holes.
Shut up. So it seeped
all the way in. And we were divorced at that time. So I was
that's all too bad.
Yeah. So 1 point for Raina.
Yep. That's what I just said. I'm like, point for you. Yeah, no. And like, I do want to know details. Like, was the heater on warm?
I think it was, it could have been. I don't even remember. I just remember being so like, I felt so bad in the moment, but then afterwards, like looking back, I'm like,
sorry, multiple affairs and you clean out my bank account. I'm going to shit in the front seat.
I'm going to poop in your truck.
Take that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can only imagine then the full circle moment of like, you waking up in the hospital, you now have this ostomy, you're so thin, you're trying to rebuild your life, to coming full circle to getting Archibald.
I know. Well, you know what's crazy is like, I didn't even remember this until it like came up in my history on Instagram, and I shared it on Instagram, but it was like me. The post was like getting ready to go into surgery in a couple hours, and I had this little visitor, and it was me sitting on a hospital bed in my gown, like with a golden retriever sitting right next to me and like letting me pet him. And I remember him coming and thinking it was the sweetest thing ever. And like I remember like it was yesterday, and I look at that picture and I'm like, it looks exactly like Archie. Like exactly like Archie. And I had no like I didn't remember any of it until it popped up in my thing. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I don't know. I with my audience, I feel like I hear from so many people how hard of a time they have after surgery, and accepting what their body looks like and accepting these potential limitations and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know. I see it clear as day now, like going in and being like, look, you're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. And like bringing Archie with me. I don't know, he's like my big baby now. And I'm just so excited to do that. Yeah.
Well, that's if that's not a clear message, and you and I are big believers in the message is that like you're either looking for messages or you're not. And the universe always.
Well, my therapist was like, your body is starting, like your body remembered as you saw that picture or whatever. And that's why there was this like deep need and urge to do that. You know what I mean? She was like, our bodies hold on to all of these things. And at some point it just got triggered right back up to where you're just like, no, that needs to happen.
I wonder how much in our life we ignore our body though. Like that's a mullet move to start listening to our bodies. Mullets up.
Mullets listen to their bodies.
Yeah. Mullets listen to their bodies, but for external universe signals, right? Because that's you and I 100% believe in this. We talk about this all the time, the way that we met, alignment, all the people that are brought into our lives, the good things. Like if you keep looking for those, obviously more trickles down. That's the way the world and the universe serves. But like, I totally think that you saw that picture at exactly the right point in your healing journey to want to start paying it forward. And there's no better thing than service.
Yeah.
And not to say that Archie won't have the most amazing impact on people who are getting set up in a hospital room to go through this. But as a best friend to you, I need to tell you, I think it's your mentorship. If you roll into a hospital and you show them how strong and powerful and empowered you are because of all that you've been through, they're going to say definitely to themselves before surgery, I can do this too.
Yeah. Oh, it gives me chills thinking about it.
Well, how could you not? You give like, that's hope, right?
Yeah.
That's spreading the message of hope. And when I think in the healthcare system, that needs to be talked about more. Yeah. And people that have gone through things, stepping up and spreading their message even louder, right? To say, hey, I've done this. We can do it again. Hey, you'll be okay. This, and also just to call a spade and be like, girl, this or guy, this fucking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I hear you. I see you. It sucks.
Yeah. Like holding space for them almost.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
100.
I don't know. I can't wait. We have 2.5 more weeks of training, and then we're going to take the test, and the guy's like, dude, he's going to nail it. He's going to be so good. He's like he's learning so fast. And I'm like, I don't know. And now I'm just like, what else do we get to do? Like, what else am I going to take him everywhere with me? Like, you're going to go to Target with me every single day. You know, I'm like, all the places.
On airplanes.
You will be coming on airplanes. You'll be going to Vancouver with me. 100%.
Yeah. He's setting sail.
Yeah.
Archie's taken to the streets.
Yeah. Really is.
That dog is going to change the world one sniff and lick at a time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, even like when we've been traveling or anything like that. And, I remember when we were in Encinitas and we were sitting having lunch, and a older woman sat down with a golden, and the golden was so well behaved. You almost had like a heart jammer. You were like, oh my God, when we leave, Allie, you need to get a photo of me with this dog. And I was like, chick, okay, calm down. It's just a golden.
That's what I was saying on the last episode. I feel this insane, deep, like love for dogs and horses, but dogs, like, you know what I mean? Like I want to get on the floor next to every one of them I see and just like let them like kiss me and like love me and just sit there and snuggle them. And like my entire For You thing on Instagram is like golden retrievers. Like all of it is just golden retriever reels and memes. And
you believe in like past lives?
I 100% believe in past lives.
Maybe you're a dog. Like if like it is, I need you to know, because we've gone through so much together. Anytime there is some sort of dog in the vicinity, you ask me to take your photo with it.
Every time.
Yes, multiple times.
Maybe every time.
And I happily oblige.
Yeah.
And I love it because we always say to the owner, we're like, hi there. I'm like, I just need to get, and it's almost like you're equally as awkward as when I try to pump you up to go talk to guys. I'm like,
know.
Go talk to that guy. Go just goes around. And you're like, I don't think I can. You get all same awkward vibe about getting your photo with these dogs. So like,
what is that? I need, I don't know. I have this awkwardness that I don't think a lot of people get to experience.
I think it's kind of, well, women, we're trained not to, you know, say our pieces or say hello and be bold. And I think times are changing, and I think we're doing a lot better as a female species, or however you identify. But I remember, do you want to can we share our, I know, because you know what I'm going to say.
I might share.
Well, okay. So what is your relationship status? Let's just clear.
Single,
ready to mingle, bitches. And being a friend who is married, I'm living vicariously through the fact that you get to have another makeout. Like, I'm like, you get to have a first kiss.
I have to rewind though, because this is something I had to like realize through therapy, is that like I was married basically at 18 with him until I was 30. And then I was single for 3 years because of my ostomy stuff and healing and going to hospitals and stuff. And then I got a boyfriend, and then we just broke up. So I've had one breakup in my adult life. Right. So, and one relationship in my adult life outside of a marriage. So that skill that everyone gets like in college and in their 20s and like the like go up to like pick up, and I'm like, I shut down. I don't have that skill. So
you put the brakes on. Like
I
you
put the
are
brakes on.
The brakes. The car is not driving. And that's where I feel that, dare I say, I did have a slutty era, that I can swoop in and say, you can do it, mull it up, right? Like this is, you know, we talk about this energy that we have when we put these wigs on.
Confidence.
The confidence.
If I could just wear my mullet while I'm out, that would change things.
Oh my God, you'd be batting them off.
I would be like, not now, boys, not now.
Get in a line, okay?
Guys.
But you were having this great soul searching trip in California, and you and I are talking every day, and you were going on these walks. And I said to you, I was like, okay, you're literally going to the same green juice shop and coffee shop. You're in the mecca of hot men in the West Coast, California. I'm just like, I would be drooling and all up in their business. I was like, just start a conversation, or at least say hi to somebody. And you were like, oh, well, actually something did happen. And I'm like,
I'd been like walking with Archie every morning, and we would swing by like halfway through the walk and stop at this green juice place. And it's the same group of people. I mean, we were there for like almost 2 weeks, since it was the same employees every single day for 2 weeks. And there were like a couple men and one that was like tall, dark, handsome, bearded. And I was like not making eye contact, like just super nervous. And every time I would go in, especially the first time, I sat down with Archie, and he was like, cute dog. And I go, thanks. And he goes, just like the owner, or something like that. Like, yes, beautiful dog, and just like the owner. And I was like, I just literally stuttered all over myself and didn't even know how to respond to that. And then the next day he says hi, and I was like, thank you. No, hi. But like I just couldn't even put together a sentence in response to hello.
And I know. And then you panicked FaceTimed me, and you were like, you'll never guess this guy that I didn't know what to say. But I think the first thing, like I was saying to you on our call when you FaceTimed me, I was like, but is your door open? Like, do you think that you're open to like chit chatting and talking and having a new kissy poo and getting your flirt on? Like, are you open? Do you feel you're in a good space for that?
Me right now?
Yeah.
I feel like I am. That was a few months ago, and I felt like maybe I wasn't then, but I feel like I am now. But put me in a pool with men, and I will probably be like, I don't know. Like, I'm just so, I almost need someone to come in and be like, you're mine, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I think I've realized I need that reassurance a lot because I question everything after picking that one. And you know what I mean? Like, after my track record, I almost don't trust myself.
Oh my God. I think every woman could say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every woman could say that. Nobody dated with grace. Like nobody's like, I killed the dating circuit. Well, I don't know. If you do, DM us and
you
tell
did.
us. Well, but I also didn't really care about standards.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right? Like
fair
I was like, that was the mood, that was the vibe. And I was just very much in my own free will hippie space where I was like, everybody's great. But I think that we should do a mullet dating series. Like what if we did like, we need to like go on Patreon or something and you guys can like jump on and we'll do like a mullet dating show or something.
Like a speed dating.
Or we just do episodes of just men that write in or women. I mean, I don't care. I'm open to you dating anyone. And and I think that we just hold a dating series where I ask questions. What was that dating show called? Remember that?
When did it come out?
Maybe the 80s.
I was 2, so I have no idea.
But everybody knows this one where it was like there was the person who wanted the date was on one side of the wall, and then you had
like they do like Saturday Night Live skits of that.
Of course,
it's like
but
the
there was
3 lined up, and
Oh my God, what was the name of that dating show? And then you'd have like 3 guys, and it's always there's always comedy sketches about it, and it's like, if you were to take me to a coffee shop, what coffee would you order for me? And then someone's like, the love latte, and you're like, oh my God. I picked Bachelor.
How did he know?
How did he know? But I don't know. Like we should do like mullet, like
That's gotta be a Patreon thing. I will not do that for free.
I will. I volunteer as tribute. I'll volunteer and date for free.
Pick me.
Pick me. But that's the tricky part. I don't know if you're listening to this and you're married or you've been in a long-term relationship. Like that's the flip side of the dating coin is I know you would love to, we've talked so much about like what type of relationship you would love and what you need. And same with me. Like, but even when you add longevity into a relationship, it can be so hard to bring that spark back, to keep connection. You toss kids in the mix. It's like, I know so many people that schedule sex.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I feel like we could have a whole relationship episode.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, we've tried, we've been like, okay, do we schedule sex? Is it, did I tell you about the baby shower I went to? And, oh my gosh. Okay. So I don't know, you guys, what do you think about this? So
do they listen to this podcast?
Oh my God. Do they listen to this podcast? I'm sharing it anyways. So I go to a baby shower and on the wall is like a bunch of, we'll just say like, what's it called when you make, vision board.
Yeah.
So it's vision boards for their money and everything. And I was like, how great. This couple sits down and they make vision boards, which is in my like dream romantic world that I do with my husband, but my husband is not woo-woo and has no time to do that. So I'm like, I've asked before, I'm like, come on, Ben, grab some scissors and some foolscap. Let's make a vision board. And he's like,
he's not having it.
No, he's having none of it. So I saw this and I was a bit jealous. I was like, oh man, I wish I had a partner that vision boarded with me and we were aligned on our visions. And anyways, I just kind of perused it, but one part of it said intimacy. And I was like, oh, great. Like they're visioning their collective intimacy, especially coming up to having a child. That like intimacy.
It's important to prioritize. Yeah.
But it's gone. Intimacy is gone for, a solid 6 months out of that first newborn baby. I mean, if you can make intimacy a priority, good on ya. it ranked like number 50 on my list. I was like, I do not have time and don't touch me. But they had like, it was like a mind map coming off of intimacy. And one of the things that it said was 8 to noon. And so I said to the girl, I was like, hey, I just have a question about your vision board. Like, I'm loving the intimacy section. What is
You're sitting over in the corner, like,
yeah, I'm like,
I have a question about this.
Yeah, she's talking about her new diaper bag. And I'm like, yeah, I got a question about your intimacy board. 8 to noon. And I was like, what's the deal with that? And she goes, oh, well, we have decided that our sexual window is from 8 a.m. till noon. And that right now we do not have time, space, or emotional capabilities to be intimate any other time, but except in that window.
Which is not the window I would pick.
0, 8
Don't
to
touch
noon?
me in the morning, like at 8 a.m. to lunchtime.
Well, first of all, I don't mind morning sex. That's it. I'm like, that could be a great way to wake
fresh in the morning, like
fresh
first
in the
thing
morning.
While we're still in bed.
Exactly. I'm like 8 a.m. I'm deep into my day.
Done. Like
noon?
There's no way. It's interesting. Like I would be really curious to see what their schedules were, where 8 to noon seemed like the best bet.
But again, I mean, it's person specific. So I'm like, but it was more that like, yeah, I had questions around 8 to noon, but what do you think about them being so intentional with that? This is their intimacy time.
I mean, I like that, but I think it does take away like the spontaneity, you know what I mean? Which I feel like is something that I would value in a relationship, you know?
I just like, it's not too much to ask for my husband to either make out with me randomly or put me on the oops. I got excited.
It's not too much to ask.
Not too much to ask.
But it's like, it's how often does that actually happen? Like it's so rare that it's like
put me on the counter between 8 and noon. Is that the piece that we're missing? I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I don't know, what else are couples doing?
Yeah.
How are we maintaining long-term relationships and intimacy and having a vibrant juiciness so that your eyes don't wander.
Yeah. It's actually a weird space being in to not have to worry about that. But I like it.
You have the bed all to yourself.
I have the bed. Well, Archie takes over a little bit, but like that pressure is off, which is like for the first time in a long time, I'm like, I'm just going to not shower for 3 days and be a vegetable on the couch.
And enjoy my greasy, oily hair.
Enjoy my greasy, oily, what greasy hair?
Oh yeah, you can't tell with a mullet.
I'm just going to keep this on all day. I'm going to have errands to run after this, and I'm just going to keep it on.
I think if you put your mullet on properly, it looks like real hair.
Yeah.
Nobody knows it. Nobody knows any different.
Does it?
So ladies, go grab your mullet. Go comment. We want to know, do you have an intimacy window? Mm-hmm. What do you think about a speed mullet dating with Raina? Right? Yeah. Or me. Like, I mean,
or Allie.
You guys, I'll take one for the team. Don't rule me out.
You are like the perfect wing woman. Like anytime we're anywhere together, you're like, okay, who are you looking at? Keep your eyes open. If I need to make out with anyone, just let me know. I'll take one for the team.
Let me know. I will take one. I for sure.
Yes. Find yourself a friend like that.
Yeah. That's how much I love you. Yeah. Slide into our DMs, guys. We've got so much funness to come and, mull it up.